Good day, madam. My name is Koshikvel Verma. The topic that our group get was bioprospecting. My group members consist of me, Koshikvel Verma, register number 23 DBT 19F1007. Next, Nur Sabrina binti Muhammad Nasir, register number 23 DBT 19F1020. The last one will be Nazratul Nur Shamimi Ilyana binti Muhammad Jamal, 23 DBT 19F1025. Now I would like to talk about issues from journal. Traditional medicine is very important in Switzerland as in many other developed countries. Plant materials constitute the main components of the medicine. There is a great pleasure on the flora because of unsustainable exploitation of bioresources through herbal medicine. Many of the drugs used in orthodox medicine as they are original from plants and a large percentage of these phytomedicine were developed with lead from traditional medicine. The prospect of further development through this routine is very high. However, there are some ethical issues inherent in traditional medicine and the search of drugs through the entomedical route. Apart from the destruction of bioresources, there are some potential ethical issues which should be addressed. Traditional medicine partners have no empirical data to substantiate their claim for efficiency and safety of their product. Therefore, the sanctity of life is compromised. In some countries, for example, Switzerland, there is no regulating body control traditional medicine. In many instances, a single regimen is claimed to cure many unrelated diseases. Morbidity arising from the use of herbal medicine is unknown. True socializing information from the TMP amount of undosing the humans guinea pigs for experimentation. And lastly, this review discusses how this pertinent issue could be addressed through legalization and collaborative effort of stakeholders. Next, I would like to summarize the issue that I have explained just now. There are three key issues. First one will be active, second one will be environment, and third one will be biodiversity. Issues are discussed with special emphasis on the experience in Switzerland. To raise public awareness of some pertinent issue in traditional medicine and the search for drug through it so that the issues may be addressed for improvement in the health delivery system. As a conclusion for this issues summary, I would like to tell that although traditional medical practice is pervasive in Switzerland and many developing countries, and it plays a great role in health of the nation and in drug development, it has not been incorporated into formal health delivery system of Switzerland and many developing countries. This hinders on the development of traditional medicine in advocating for the development of practice. However, ethical and environmental issues connected with the practice should be addressed through legalization and research. Information about the practice should be systematically gathered and analyzed and evaluated throughout each developing country to recognize the valuable contribution of practice to each nation. Finally, researchers and pharmaceutical companies should acknowledge and adequately reward the custodians of indigenous knowledge they employed for commercial purpose. Benefit should be plugged into the community of its developing in such a way the further generation can share in such benefit. Pharmaceutically companies exploiting the established research institution or companies and factories in such community for the direct benefit of the community. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Sabrina and I will explain about definition of issues or our case study topics, which is the bioprospecting. Bioprospecting refers to the assessment of life forms for development of unique molecules biological entities, or structures that have potential utility in the economic sphere. So, in a simple word, bioprospecting is a exploration of biodiversity for new resources of social and commercial value. It is carried out by a wide range of established industries such as pharmaceutical, manufacturing, agriculture, as well as a wide range of comparatively new ones such as aquaculture, bioremediation, and nanotechnology. So, bioprospecting include the screening of microorganisms for the ability to metabolize oil spills, the screening of marine organisms for antifouling compounds to prevent the attachment of barnacles to ship hulls, the analysis of archaeal species in hot springs to discover new temperature-resistant DNA polymerase, and the search for new pharmaceutical compounds from rainforest plants for the treatment of disease. So it's basically a purposeful evaluation of wild biological material in search or finding valuable new products. Apart from that, bioprospecting products include pharmaceutical products, botanical medicine, agri-biotech, horticulture, cosmetics, and also personal care products. So next is positive impacts of bioprospecting toward individuals. It also favors employment opportunities related to natural product or in health industry. So when international drug companies or a group of indigenous people discover a new biological material resources in search or to finding valuable new products, it includes a lot of works, research, and also processes. So it gives employment and knowledge opportunities to local people in a health industry to finding a new products or medicine. The second one is positive impacts of bioprospecting toward society. It helps to preserve traditional culture and habits by rediscovering ancient native practices that being left a long time ago, and also it helps to find out more deeply about uh, ancient native practices and also a wild biological resources material. The third one, positive impacts of bioprospecting toward countries. It promotes innovation, helping countries to develop new pharmaceutical products, either it is traditional or modern. So the countries will be more advanced in biological and pharmacological knowledge for the goodness of society. The last one, positive impacts of bioprospecting towards law. It helps to influence on the ethics of international collaboration. So the country will have advancement, capacity building in developing countries, and give economy benefit to poor rural communities. Okay, next is a negative impacts of bioprospecting. The first one is negative impacts towards environment, destruction of bioresources. So biodiversity or most of the species are being treated because of population growth and overexploitation. So some of popular medical plant in a country development are become in danger because it has been harvested for various uses in bioprospecting, either through traditional medicine or modern medicine. So unfortunately, destruction or imbalance in ecosystem of biological material resources is always a possibility. The second one is negative impacts to our individual and society. The exploitation of custodian of indigenous knowledge by those employing indigenous knowledge for economic benefit. Basically, the international drug companies often use indigenous knowledge they incorporate in traditional medical practices to develop new drugs. Unfortunately, much of the benefit is arise to them, which is the international drug companies, but not to indigenous people who own the indigenous knowledge. And some of pharmaceutical company often accused of cheating to local people or indigenous people by denying them to knowledge and financial benefit. Okay, the third one is negative impacts of bioprospecting toward country. The bioprospecting in traditional medical practices is not recognized in the country. For example, in Swaziland, there is a group of traditional medical practices that not registered in Ministry of Health and Social Welfare or any other arm of the government of Swaziland. So there is no policy, there is no any policy or legal instrument for bioprospecting in traditional medical practices. Neither is there any regulatory body for the control of the practice. The last one is negative impacts of bioprospecting towards law. Rituals and magical practices in bioprospecting of traditional medicine or traditional medical practices which may involve the use of human part. Some of the countries that develop in bioprospecting, especially bioprospecting of traditional medical practices, there is some serious issues that most people deliberately avoid in discussing, such as ritual killing and the use of human parts for preparation. Even though no TMP or traditional medical practices would claim in to be involved in such activities, but it's a common knowledge that ritual killings do occur in many African societies. So it's against law and very unethical activity.
Next is strategy on how to tackle the negative impact of our genetic technology. An upsurge in the use of herbal medicine globally. This is because of the emergence of the drug-resistant pathogens that have been found very difficult to eradicate with non-conventional drug. The global economy downturn has compelled people to look inward and find resources from their immediate environment for daily sustenance. About 120 plant-derived drugs are used in orthodox medicine, and it is estimated that 74% of these pathomedicine were developed from traditional herbal medicine or knowledge held by indigenous people. About 25% of drugs are prescribed in the orthodox medicine practice in the industrialized country originate from plants. In the USA, around 34% of the population use alternate the therapies of complementary medicine based on herbal remedies in 1990. The percentage of rose to 42% in 1997. Herbal medicine is become a big business in the Europe. Europeans spend $560 million on natural remedies and food supplements in 1989 alone, and almost $5 billion in 2003 on over-the-counter herbal medicine. In a number of industrialized countries, about half of the population now regularly use some form of traditional, complementary, and alternative medicine. Okay. Secondly, traditional medicine has a holistic approach to the healing and prevention of disease, such as the whole person in the treat. The body, mind, and the soul are viewed as invisible whole connected to the social, physical, and spiritual world. Lastly, conventional drugs are very expensive and affordable by many in the society, especially in rural communities where most of the populace reside, and traditional medicine is accessible and affordable to the rural communities. TMPs provide an environment that is familiar to the patient and relate to them in a human. They are assured of attention, understanding, sympathy, and the solution to the problems, whatever that this may be. Okay, next is conclusion. Okay, traditional medicine practice is perceived in Switzerland and many developed countries, and it play a great role in the health of the nation and its drug development. It has to be incorporated into the formal health delivery system of Switzerland and many developing countries. This is hinder the development of the traditional medicine. The MPs should be more open in the sharing their knowledge with researchers so that information on plant genetic resources which are useful in healthcare may be properly documented and investigate to the establish the basis of their therapeutics action. Okay, recognition should be given to the practice through a national policy. The national policy on the practice should spell out the framework of its operation within the overall health delivery system of the country. Information that is usually required about efficiency and safety of the herbal remedies before regulatory bodies could improve them for participants to the public can only be obtained through research. Collaboration of TMP with researcher will that researcher would be beneficial to the TMPs. It would lead to the development and improvement of herbal remedies of the proven purity, efficiency and safety. Such herbal remedy would be useful in an integrated primary health delivery system of any developing nation. Traditional medicine will also provide a larger workplace in the medicine field for the nation, such as a system is already in operation in China. It is also feasible in Africa country as a demonstrate in the Chile Niquet the Monogarivo in Madagascar. Okay, researcher and pharmaceutical company should acknowledge and adequately reward the custodians of the indigenous knowledge and they exploit for the commercial purpose. Benefit should be plugged into the community for its development in such a way that future generation can share it such a benefit.
So lastly, this is our references or other journal that we are used in our case study. That's all from us. Thank you.